Y'all get in here, get in here, get in here, because I'm gonna answer a question that I get from probably more women than any other question. This question runs neck and neck with what's my skincare routine, and I promise I'll do a video about that in the future. But the question is this: how can I be more feminine? It comes from more women than any other question. You know that you have feminine energy inside of you that just is untapped, and you wanna figure out how to unleash it so that you can get all the benefits in life that I teach you that you can get from embracing your feminine energy. And I'll tell you, there's a lot of benefits to get out of it. All right, for me, myself, as a man, by me embracing more of my femininity and not trying to suppress it like so many men do, I've gotten so much out of life. For me professionally, it's benefited me where it's helped me to grow my businesses. A lot of y'all see me on here doing all my femininity videos, but I also own a very large financial services company. I don't look like your typical financial services CEO. I know that. But the reality for me is that through embracing my femininity, what's happened for me is that it's made me a really fantastic seller and a great sales coach. So I have almost 4,000 team members, and the way that I teach them how to be really good sellers is I teach them about embracing their feminine energy and how they deal with clients. I don't tell them it's feminine energy, but that's the essence of what I'm teaching them. Beyond that, in my personal life, it's worked out fantastic for me. I'll tell you this, I'm able to get almost anything I want out of men when I embrace my feminine energy. So that's why I want to teach you all about how to embrace your feminine energy, because I believe it to be a superpower that can get you so many things in life if you're willing to embrace it. So let's start with tip number one, but before I do that, make sure you click like and share and hit that subscribe button and the bell to turn your notifications so you can see my future videos. My first tip is this: soften your appearance. And when I talk about softening your appearance, I'm not necessarily talking about wearing pink or wear floral prints or wear a skirt. That's some old school antiquated stuff. And yes, that can communicate feminine energy, but that's not gonna be for everybody. Sometimes softening your appearance is just looking at your body language. I'll tell you this, for a lot of women, they want to come across as more feminine, but when you're dealing with a more masculine energy person, you're matching his energy rather than holding your femininity, because he's coming across as very masculine. When you talk to him, you crossing your arms, baby. No, you don't match his energy, you soften your energy, because remember, feminine energy is all about being receptive. So when you're talking to him, don't cross your arms like this. What you do is you take your hands and you just sit them like this and just sit them on your lap. You know, you want to communicate through your body language that you're open, that you're receptive. Also, when it comes to what you wear, I do think that that goes a long way. You don't have to necessarily wear pink or florals or something like that, but look at what you wear. Be conscious of the type of fabrics you wear. I like to wear things that come across as very soft, or when you look at it, you can see that it's very soft. I like to wear things that are going to show the curves of my body, so I'm not going to wear things that are extremely loose, because what I know to be true is that femininity is about softness and about curves. So for me, I embrace my body. Even if you feel like you have a little bit more weight on you, that's not something that works against you. That's just that much more curves. Y'all need to be embracing your curves rather than covering your curves, because through embracing the fullness of your body, that helps to communicate more femininity, which is going to ultimately attract into you more masculine energy to get the things that you want from them. My second tip may not apply to everyone, and for those who it does apply to, it may step on your toes a little bit, but listen to me very closely, because I had to deal with this myself. If you want to embrace your feminine energy, especially if you're trying to embrace it so you can attract more masculine energy to you, you have to deal with your internalized issue towards men, if you have any. Here's the thing I know to be true from teaching women all over the world about embracing their feminine energy. For some women, they struggle with embracing their feminine energy because when they were young or younger, they dealt with a masculine energy person, rather as a man or a masculine energy woman, who may have hurt them, abused them, or traumatized them. So now in their adult years, what they've internalized within their mind is that they have to be harder and more masculine in order to protect themselves from men or from masculine energy people. Here's the thing you have to recognize: whatever happened within your childhood, within your earlier life, I know it could have been traumatizing, I know it could have been very hurtful, and I know that that stuff leaves a scar. But what you have to recognize is that not all men are here to hurt you, and not all masculine energy people are going to bring you harm. You are an adult now. You have agency over yourself. You can protect yourself mentally and otherwise. So when it comes to trying to attract more masculine energy people to you, you cannot attract to you what you fear. Deal with any internalized issues that you have towards men. I did that in the form of therapy. I was abused by a man, so I had to deal with it in therapy to be able to work through that. And as I worked through it, what I was able to make a distinction between is that he was a man who hurt me, but not all men are going to hurt me. I was able to work through that, and through working through that, that allowed me to embrace my femininity that much more, because I no longer saw my femininity as a weakness. I saw it as a superpower, and I could then unleash it as such. My third tip when you're trying to embrace your feminine energy, especially to attract masculine energy, rather it's romantically or professionally so they can buy stuff from you, do not cut them off when they are speaking. In fact, let them talk more. Here's the thing you have to recognize. He who talks the most in the conversation is not the winner or the more powerful one. Often it's the exact opposite. The one who's got the most power and the most advantage in the conversation is the one who talks the least. So for me personally, what I like to do in a conversation, especially with a masculine energy partner, is I like to let him do all the talking or most of the talking, because the more he says, the more I can learn about him, which allows me to determine more quickly if he's going to be a fit for me. It also allows me to learn more quickly what do I need to say or do to get more of his attention. He's telling me all about himself. I use this in sales all the time. Let the other person do more of the talking, because the more they talk, the more I can say, oh, this is what they want, this is what they don't want, this is what their fears are, this is what their concerns are. Then when I open my mouth, I'm speaking directly to what they want, and they feel like I'm psychic. They're like, oh my God, how'd you give me exactly what I wanted? Because I let you do all the talking, and that told me what you wanted, so I just gave it to you. When it comes to embracing your feminine energy, one of the things you have to recognize is that a superpower that comes with feminine energy is the ability to be receptive and open and lead and influence. You cannot influence someone if you're doing all the talking or if you're cutting them off constantly, because the more you cut them off when they're talking, the more they feel like their words are not valued to you, and the less they will talk. So one of the key things I've learned in embracing my feminine energy is to let other people do more talking. It's amazing how feminine you come across when you simply are willing to be quiet and keep those ears open. My fourth tip is this: embrace the art of releasing. What I mean by that is this. I always use this example. Let's say you're in the car with your boyfriend or your more masculine energy female partner, and they're doing the driving, and they take a turn down a road that you know is not going to get you all to the destination as quickly as possible, or may even lead you all into some traffic that could really delay you. Rather than jumping in there and be like, no, don't go this way, you need to go this way, and then trying to argue them to go the way that you want them to go, even if you don't argue them, nagging them, whatever it may be. Rather than doing all that, what if you were to keep your mouth closed and let them figure it out? They're not leading you into a volcano. They're not leading you into a situation where your life will be threatened. At worst, you're just gonna be a couple minutes delayed. Let them see what happened. Let them see the error in their ways so that they can come to that conclusion on their own. One of the key mistakes that we make when we are dealing with masculine energy partners is, out of trying to be helpful, we end up trying to control the situation. We're telling them what to do, how to do it, and we don't stop until they do it. And here's the thing, masculine energy will often do whatever we want them to do because feminine energy is just that powerful. But here's the thing, it emasculates them, and it doesn't allow them to truly embrace and appreciate your femininity. So again, I'm not telling you to just sit here on the sidelines and give up all control and let them lead you into some bad situation or something that's dangerous. But what I'm saying is, pick your battles. You don't have to control everything. When you can embrace the art of releasing, meaning in this situation, this is his domain. In this situation, this is her domain. I'm gonna let him handle this the way he wants to handle this. And I will only say something if he puts us in danger. When you can embrace that, what you're gonna find is he's gonna be that much more attracted to you, because he's gonna feel powerful around you, and he's gonna feel, most importantly, trusted by you. My fifth tip, which I teach all the time, is you have to become comfortable with allowing your masculine energy partner to feel powerful. Now, I'm not saying that you have to be submissive. I'm not saying that you need to make them feel powerful if they don't deserve power. Frankly, if they don't deserve to feel powerful, you probably shouldn't be in a relationship with them anyway. What I'm talking about is setting your ego aside and not having it always be a power struggle. If you want to embrace your feminine energy, you have to become more comfortable with allowing your masculine energy partner, rather it's in business or personal life, whoever it is that is that masculine energy person that you're trying to get something from, you have to feel comfortable with letting them feel powerful. Make them feel like a king. Blow up their ego. Give them compliments. Give them words of affirmation. Do they need it? No, they don't need it, but it makes them feel good and it attracts them more to you. And on the reverse, the more you do it for them, the more they're going to do it to you. So with that said, it's kind of a win-win. You're making them feel good and they're like, damn, she always makes me feel good. He gonna go out of his way to make you feel good. He gonna come on with flowers like, you know, you just always make me feel good, baby. I just was thinking about you while I was out. It works so well. So when you can put your ego aside and say, okay, I'm gonna make him feel powerful and make him feel good and make any masculine energy person feel powerful or good who I wanna get something from, it opens the door for them to be more attracted to you and give you exactly what you want. So to my best friends who've written it with this question over and over and over again, I hope this answer was helpful for you. Obviously, this is a huge topic, so I'll do more videos on it, but I at least wanted to get the ball rolling with this one. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and click like and share, and make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that bell if you're watching me on YouTube so you can see my future videos. Mwah! Love you, best friends.